So the episode is here, you guys. The one everybody has been waiting for. The one that we expect to get all the answers from. But shocker, we got nothing else but questions. More and more questions.
I like you a lot, babe. I wanna start at the top and the bottom, babe. Now you want the shoe with the red at the bottom, babe. You know I like.
What's up, you guys? Your girl Gigi here to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. I got a little bit of time and just some energy finally to come and sit and talk to you guys about this past episode. I wish I would have been able to do it yesterday, but I've said this in the past before. Your girl got some stomach issues, and when that stuff decides it wants to flare up, ain't nothing I can do about it. It's gonna take me out for a good day or two, and then when I can finally, get food down and stuff, I get more energy. But nonetheless, I'm here to talk to you guys about this past episode because it was a straight full-on circus. So let's not waste no time. Let's talk about it. So basically, the episode opens up with Dennis coming doing his grand gesture that Porsha has been begging him to do, to prove that he's so in love with her and that she's the one for him. All whole bunch of hoopla, because I ain't buying none of it. But like the rest of the girls said, if it makes Porsha happy, they're just going to stand beside her. And I'm like, Kandi, like, okay, this is what we doing? Like, I ain't buying none of it. Bruh, you came all the way Canada for one night to drop on your knee to be like, oh, I love this woman and I was being selfish and, almost ruined my family. Nah, fool, you just say what you did. And then Porsha's making these excuses for him later on in the little bus on the way home. But, like, she want to accept it, sure. But I think she's just got this idea of not want to be the baby mama or, like, just be not this, like, knocked up girl that is keeping her from really holding Dennis accountable. And first of all, you done came back with the same ring that you proposed to me to the first time, homie. You have to come back with something better than that, because that first ring, when you had the nerve, the audacity, the mitigated gall to take back from me, when you went out and cheated, yeah, you got to come back with something else, because you're not getting ready to come back to me and propose to me with that same cloudy ass ring without none of the dramatics. Like, you gonna have to have some fireworks popping in the background. It needs to be roses, lilies everywhere. Like, he came and honestly did the bare minimum, Porsha. Let's keep it real. But if you want to accept it, cool. We can't judge. So they get on the bus back to the house, and Kenya's doing her typical antics, playing Tanya, and the girls start kind of getting into Porsha about, well, we're glad and everything for you, but what about the blogs? Are what they say true? Now, of course, Porsha's like, really? Like, y'all gonna try and ruin my good moment, like talking about some, stuff that the blogs have been basically bringing up. And Marlo's show was being messy. My girl had to check because I didn't know if I want to bring my puppies around him and stuff. Like, they were definitely poking at her. And then Giovanna, with her little nip slip behind, thought she was gonna come for Porsha. And Porsha got right back in her ass later on in the episode, and we sure gonna get into it. But Porsha basically put the nail in the coffin, told the girls, look, everything in the blogs. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, y'all. That nausea is so bad. Where was I? Oh, so yeah, so basically Porsha put it into and was like, look, nothing in the blogs is what messed us up. But, Dennis, he messed up. He came here and he did what I wanted him to do. I feel like if the man embarrasses the family, he needs to be the one to speak on it. And I am appreciative of him coming, all the way to Toronto to admit his faults. And Kandi was like, oh, he said he was selfish. Yeah, okay, Porsha, he didn't really admit fault. He said he was selfish, but like Cynthia said in her confessional, selfish and cheating are two different things. He didn't go out there and put his whole stuff on blast about he went and stuck his peen in another woman. Like, everybody knows he did that, but you're just gonna accept selfish as the blanket over it of how he messed up. Like, I just feel like she's accepted. Like, he ain't been in the doghouse long enough for me. Like, I just feel like she's really allowed him to do these gestures, but not really do the work behind it. Yeah, he can show up, he can book a flight, and he can, get down on one knee, but that's not work. Like, real work is like making sure you're okay. He come, like, it's just, I don't, but she tells the girls, look, this just makes me reassured and wanting to work on my family. And she's like, speaking of another family, you guys, we need to get over Snakegate. So let's go back to the room and talk about it. So the calm before the storm, these hoes go back to Marlo's room, and they've had enough of it. They're like, we need to figure out who this snake is. So while they're waiting on Yo-Yo and Nene gets to get to the room now. I'm calling Giovanna Yo-Yo now because of Porsha. She's like, look, okay, Marlo, you need to help us put the puzzle pieces together because you talking about, oh, it's somebody that's our friend, but then Yo-Yo saying, oh, it's somebody in the group. So, like, which is it? So Kenya hatches up a plan to say, look, how about let's just come up that we already know it's her, somebody snitched, and she'll basically tell on herself. So Giovanna walks in the room, and they all give her the look like, girl, you got some explaining to do. And she's like, why? Watch. And Porsha and Kenya like, girl, the gig is up. Like, somebody told us it was you. Marlo ass couldn't go along with the plan. So she's talking about, girl, they lying. I'm not going to be in a room full of liars. It's like, girl, Marlo, honestly, the shit might have worked had Marlo kept her mouth shut because Yo-Yo been looking like she ready to crack. But Nene comes in, Tits McGee, flopping in the wind, got her titty flowing from left to right. Everybody looking at her like, no, this broad did just come here with her pasties out to the sky. And it's time, everybody's just like throwing, he was like, why am I looking at your tit? But nonetheless, she comes in and everybody's like, let's get to the bottom of this. Cynthia is looking at Marlo like, come on now, tell us who is it? Like, this is so stupid. And Marlo obviously had some drinks. She was crossed because she started going all the way to the left with Cynthia, and she thought Cynthia was gonna back down. And honey, it was the complete opposite. She talking about, Marlo was like, oh, don't you be coming at me. You talking about, oh, I'm the one who did it. You only mad because you got caught running your goddamn mouth too much, and you mad now you're getting blasted. And Cynthia, like, she does this. She don't want a bitch screwed up like this where she got to lean into it. That means she got some shit to say. She's like, I just knew you wasn't no fucking good. She's like, I should have never trusted your ass. I should have never thought you was going to be better than this. But Marlo was doing so much. She just kept running her mouth. Like, she just kept, the situation isn't Marlo's fault, but her tone is what started off the altercation like that way. Like, she just set the whole tone off with just not stop running her mouth, child. Even Nene had to be like, Marlo, shut up, so we could get this figured out. But she just kept going. She started calling Cynthia Bob Marley, sit your ass down, Bob Marley, talking about whatever, bitch. And Cynthia was like, whatever, bitch, too. She's like, look, I ain't got to do this now. If you want to sit here and show your ass, you can, but I'll go to my room because this don't make me no never mind. And then Marlo called her a bald-headed scallywag. I said, not the scallywag. You know, it's always them hood names that just get me. It's either scallywag, skeezer, chickenhead, wench, all them. Like, this is around the way from the block names. That's what you call girls from around the way. And Cynthia ain't it. But Cynthia cussed her from front to back door. And Nene wanted to take that as her chance to be like, oh, yeah, that's the 50 Cent I've been telling y'all about. That's the one that y'all haven't met yet. I'm like, really, Nene? That's 50 Cent? Like, that's what you're saying is all so bad Cynthia is? Girl, if you don't sit your ass down somewhere, you're not gonna convince us Cynthia's this bad person. We have watched her as long as we have watched you, Nene. And the only jackass here is you. You blatantly be rude to people. You blatantly, like, disregard people's feelings and them like they're just human trash. Cynthia has never just blatantly been a dick to somebody for no reason. And the only reason Cynthia had to go off on Marlo's because she would stop talking out sideways out of her neck. Was she just supposed to sit there and allow Marlo to talk to any type of way? No. Like, of course, anybody has the ability to go off on somebody. The only problem is you didn't like the fact that 50 Cent turned on your ass. That's the only problem. You've been this person we've seen before. Cynthia need to get down and grimy when need be. You just mad that she did it on you instead. But finally Cynthia gets up. She's over it. Like, she's like, you're not going to tell me, like, whatever. So now Porsha's like, man, forget this. Like, Giovanna, do you know who the snake is? Because we think it's you. And Yo-Yo, she tried to change the subject, y'all. Yo-Yo felt the heat coming down her neck, and that bitch started deflecting like she was Lord Skywalker or something. She was like, oh, I told you already, Cynthia, it wasn't me. I ain't the snake, and it don't really matter anyways, but we didn't be talking about all you fake hoes. And everybody's looking at each other like, what? And it's like, you really got the nerve to be trying to call somebody fake. Giovanna, you of all people, are you kidding me? And then she's my y'all and this damn foo-foo. She loves to use foo-foo. It's not going to stop trying to make foo-foo happen, Gretchen. It's not going to happen, okay? But Porsha looked at her like, okay, no, we're not doing this because now you're trying to turn it around. Kenya had to be like, that's not what we're talking about. We know all our issues. We've been friends long enough to know what our issues are. And they will get, talked about in due time. So don't nobody give a damn about none of that. The thing is, we got a snake in this room and we didn't know who it is because we obviously can't trust them. And Porsha's like, you gonna do this? You want to call us fake? And here you are. You the ones getting in between a friendship for 10 years. And all of a sudden, Yo-Yo, she went there. She talking about, no, the only snake you need to worry about is your man Dennis. And I did exactly what Kandi did. I just did this. I put my head down like, oh Lord, no, don't do it. Kandi everybody was just like, damn, why'd you gotta do that? So then, bloop, 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 like power up for Porsha. She got up and was like, bitch, you ain't gonna be talking about my family. Boy, Porsha, we ain't seen this Porsha in a long time after she had to go to anger management for some time. But she came right. I think, a lot of it had to do with all of them were drinking, obviously. Some of them was on 10. Some on 12. But Porsha got up and was ready to go after Yo-Yo. So the Eva had to get up, stop her. At this meantime, Cynthia done left the room. Nene's chasing after Cynthia, talking about, no, you need to come and hear the truth. You need to hear the truth. And she straight up asked her, like, was it Giovanna? And finally the producers talked to Nene in the confessional, and they're like, well, is Giovanna the snake? Well, snake is a harsh word, but yes, Giovanna is the one with the information. And it's like, really? First of all, you want to sit here and play semantics, because then when she finally convinces Cynthia to go back in the room, Kenya's like, look, Nene, you were asked the question, who is the snake? And it's like, okay, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm no snitch, but the person who knows the information, stand up. And it got quiet. And so everybody's looking at Giovanna like, bitch, hello, stand up. And she's like, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. And it's like, girl, why you sitting here playing? And even Marla had to be like, girl, stand up already, because you got these heifers coming at me sideways. Cynthia calling me out my name. Like, and so now everybody's like, really, like, even Marla got to say something about it. And it's like, you keep trying to make this thing, let me not get mad on that. So let's play this little game Nene wants to play, semantics. She said, oh, it's not a recording, it's an audio. Recording, she's like, oh, nobody never said recording. And I'm like, yeah, you did. You specifically told Kandi. Cynthia was running her mouth, and unfortunately for her, one of our friends recorded her. That's what your words were, Kandi, if I'm not mistaken. That's exactly what you said. So then it's like, okay, if it's not an audio, Marlon wants to be slick and come after Cynthia about the audio, like, oh yeah, like how you and Mike. Marlo, I think she's still salty over Cynthia not checking Kenya over the band situation coming to her little wig party. She is still mad about that, and so she came after Cynthia. Of course, needed some liquid courage to do it, and then two, needed Nene to be in the room. Because Cynthia done told her, when me and Nene got our beef, stay your ass out of it. And she even said that she would, that's not her problem no more. But then as soon as Nene come in the room, she goes right back to puckering up and kissing that girl's ass. But you want to sit here and say, oh, it was an audio, Nene? Like, what's the hell's the difference? The point is, it's something that is proof or whatever that Cynthia so-called was saying, whatever bad stuff she was about you, which anything she said, I'm sure we all heard before, because as everybody has said, whatever Cynthia said, she was well within her right too. So now it's like, oh, Yo-Yo was like, she's like, oh, I done already said this already. She goes running back outside and she's like, I'm done with this. And so now even Giovanna's leaving because Porsha done told her to get out. She said, this is enough. What the hell you doing? You causing nothing but like problems. And she's like, why? Giovanna said, y'all ain't my real friends. And Porsha said, that, bitch, why are you here? Bitch, why are you here? Giovanna is a good question. Why the hell are you here? So she goes out. She said, get this bitch out of my room. Been talking about my family. She said, you need to be worried about your man screwing animals. Giovanna was going for Porsha's neck, and had it been old, like season 2 Porsha, she would have got a good kick to the chest already. But she been working her whole way. She a mom now. She totally different. But security had to drag her out. Porsha said, get this bitch out the room. So then, Kenya's pulling Cynthia in the hallway like, girl, we already know who it is. Nene, quit trying to bring her back. You had the opportunity to say something. You didn't want to say, like, Nene. And then she wants to sit there and be like, oh, I know it was Giovanna, but I'm not saying nothing because I don't owe Cynthia that. I don't owe Cynthia telling me nothing because she didn't tell me about Kenya in this party. Really? That's what you want to bring up? They're not even on the same level. Kenya coming to a party when her ass could have been across the room and you could have avoided her is something totally less dire than y'all being around a person who is purposely recording you to start some BS. Like, you and your logic, Nene, and then you sit there and wonder why nobody wants to be your friend. Why does somebody want to be your friend when you're sitting here literally running back to Cynthia as if you care for her and you want her to know the truth and stuff, and you're only bringing her back in the room to not say a goddamn thing anyways? And then, Giovanna, you should stop sitting there trying to play this whole storyline with Nene, because she ready to throw your butt under the bus anyways, because when she was looking at you in the hallway, her exact words were, now, Giovanna, I'm trying to give you the floor because I don't want to throw you under the bus, but I can't go against these girls. These are my sisters. Or something to that matter of fact. So basically, Yo-Yo, like, she just needed you for the moment. She needed you for a storyline. This is like, so, and then apparently, Giovanna came out the other day on her live saying that it's all fake. And on the word recording came from Nene, and basically they just kind of went along with it. So y'all two are basically using each other. Yo-Yo, you've been wanting to get on this show for a long time. Nene ain't got nobody else to film with, and they knew this would cause a whole bunch of hoopla and give them some camera time. Like, Yo-Yo, how much are they paying you to sell your dignity downstream? Like, this is not that serious. Like, Nene, I get you would have screwed over a lot of people, but the easiest fix could have been just to apologize. But the words "I'm sorry" can't come out your mouth, so then you gotta sit here and do dumb shit like this to try and make Cynthia look bad, which even furthermore makes you look bad, trying to make sure everybody's eyes is open to this bad person that you keep trying to claim Cynthia is, when the asshole is you. So then, now Kenya and Nene get into a fight because she's like, no, Nene, because you had your opportunity to say something. You over here causing a mess. And she told her, bitch, shut up. And then they both talking about, bitch, shut up. And then they go back and forth. Security got to drag them apart. Titties is flying out the robe. Eva got to get dished out of there because she pregnant. And it's just like all this for nothing, for us to really honestly not get no answers. And Cynthia leaves, and Nene went chasing after Kenya. Kenya said, man, forget this stupid ass bitch. And like, it was just like, and then Nene come running back in the room screaming at Marlo, saying it was her problem. Like, it was her fault everything went up in flames. And it kind of is. It started with Marlo, kept going with Giovanna, and ended with Nene. That's where all these three, that's what continued to make the shit go bad. It started with Marlo, kept going with Giovanna, ended with Nene. Because you, at the end of the day, you could have shut all this shit down and said straight up it was Yo-Yo. Like, let's knock the BS out. So, after Porsha got into Giovanna's ass, we told her she got to go, she better bounce. Next morning, Tanya's getting her makeup done, and Nene comes before she leaves. Yo-Yo's gone with her too. She got to get the hell up out of her too. But she fills her in on the night. Tanya's shocked what the hell went on. They go to Carnival, shake their booties, do the Tootsie Roll, pussy pop, all that type of stuff. Tanya got some moves on her. No wonder Paul and his little fine self is, so I don't know, but later on the episode we learn Paul might be up to some bad things. But nonetheless, all the girls meet, do Carnival. Then they have dinner that night, and they start talking about the night before. And the girls get there first, and then Marlo comes in after. But they're talking about everything, and then Marlo apologizes, gives Cynthia some blanket dumbass apology. It was so weak. And then it gets a little messy when Marlo talking about Kenya, that a wig. We knew, Kenya, you had on a wig. Like, I don't know why this big battle of Kenya's hair is real or not. We know she got some inches, but like, I don't know why. I think she's just trying to make it out of just just stupid. But like, how do you go from apology to try and be mature to go poking at Kenya again? See, Marla, you just know how to ruin them damn moment. And then Kenya, you made it 10 times worse, being shady, like beating around the bush of, oh, well, you know, I want to ask a question. If you guys know a man's cheating, would you want to know? And the grand thesis is, you know, well, come to me with facts. Like, don't just say no rumors, like, come to me with proof. And it kind of find out Paul apparently had been giving his number, dishing out, or trying to buy drinks for some girl, been flirting all this time. Tanya was walking into a blind. I just trust Paul. We don't have secrets like that. We don't do, and it's like, damn, girl, now Kenya gonna sit here and make you look like a damn fool. And Kenya, do you always have to be the bad person? Like, damn, I know they pay you enough to do all this stuff, but dang, where's your dignity at sometimes? Like, I feel like if you want to sit there and play like you're gonna be friends with Tanya, and you really are trying to ask this out of genuineness and wanting to confront her over this, do it one-on-one. Stop doing this bullshit at the table and then like beating around the bush, because you wouldn't like it and nobody did that to you about Mark. Like, I just don't like that. Like, sometimes it just always comes off as if you enjoy watching other people's relationship blow up because yours ain't shit right now. Like, that's what it seems like. And Kandi kind of puts two and two together and realizes she's talking about Tanya and the cookie woman. And next week, Tanya's gonna get a heads up about it, and I'm apparently gonna have some dish on Kenya and her little weave situation. So we just gotta see how it plays out. Well, that's where the episode ends. I mean, I'm sorry I couldn't give y'all like a whole lot more, but I'm just not feeling too good. But I at least just wanted y'all to give a little bit of dish on it. So don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Deuces.